Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. And on this video, I want to talk about some ways that you ladies sabotage our relationship. Now, of course, most women can't see that this is what it is. I mean, most women are blinded by the notion that they're innocent, that they're sweet, sugar and spice and everything nice. But I could talk at length on this because I've seen it many times. And in fact, some of the places that I've seen this, the only reason why the guy stayed with her is either for the kids or he just some other lame brain reason. And we even see this playing out with Will Smith. Like, it's the same stuff with Will Smith, man. So some of you guys, you think you got your wife paying all the bills, you think she respects you, and in some cases she might. But look at the overall picture here with women in general. Look at Will Smith and Jada. Look at Dr. Dre and his wife. Many countless examples to show you that a lot of times they'll do it, but they ain't gonna respect you. Because sometimes they won't respect you even though they ain't doing anything. Like, they could be at home and they still won't respect you. That's just the way it is. Like, and people say now, I'm starting to wonder if it's always been this way. Because I always and often like to compare to Adam and Eve. Like, what happened with Adam and Eve? Eve basically came along. People try to say Adam, and I would say Adam was half at fault by not putting his foot down. But when Eve came along, it's like everything in that garden changed. He lost his dominion. And like, sometimes, especially you who are communicate with the Most High, you need to make sure you right with him, but you need to make sure your wife is too, or your girlfriend or whatever. Make sure, because remember how it says that you may be won by the lifestyle of your wife. Like, even if you was the worst guy, like you was a toad, your wife in right standing with the Most High, like, he'll do it for her. But like sometimes life happens and people be, mad about stuff. Just like the Most High had to forgive us, he don't sin, so it's not like we forgiving him. But we have to get past some of the things that he allows. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be having bitterness towards the Most High in your heart and then ask him to do stuff. He's not going to do it. So let's get into something. I don't even need notes for this because I have countless examples. Relatives, coworkers, associates, countless examples. Number one way that women sabotage their relationships is knowingly and unknowingly disrespecting their husbands. Disrespecting their husbands, like stuff they do on the sneak tip, stuff they say on the sneak tip, stuff they say in his face. Like, it's like the Most High is Ruach, he's breath. So when you say things, like, you got to be careful what you say, because once you put it out there, it could come to life, see? So you got to be careful what you say. And shouldn't no woman that's married respect any man more than she respects her husband? You gon' just by that, it's like you messing up your relationship. You shouldn't respect any man more than you respect your husband, especially if he's doing stuff for you. And you got to understand, like, stuff ain't going to always go right. But your level of respect is supposed to be there regardless. Now, another thing they do is they don't be team players. Like, you got to be a team player. Like, why would you it's like when you a guy's wife or girlfriend, it's like he's helping you steward over his life, so to speak. Like, you have to be a good steward over his life, because you can either positively or negatively affect that man's life, like by the things, again, that you do and say. So it's like, you don't, for instance, if he corrects you on something, let's say he corrects you on something. Let's say you're doing something wrong, or you're in the wrong, and he corrects you. You never receive correction from him. That's, you really is like, you really building a castle in that man's life. Like, you don't realize how partnership works. Like, that's why the Bible says if any two or more touch and agree, if you're going to be married, you don't have to agree with every little thing, but you got to overall be in agreement with your spouse. Or one of y'all just going to be like, damn, wait, y'all got to be in agreement, man. Like, and then you not helping your kids. Your kids will grow up and be bridezilla or something like that, because you're not being a good example. You downplaying stuff that's important in terms of relationship. So you got to be a team player. What does the team do? The team, like, it remind me of Al Davis, like, for the Raiders, just win, baby. So you got to be willing to kind of change up to win. Like, you got to be willing to change up to win. I saw this with relatives coming up as a kid. Like, things change, but they don't. They want to talk on the phone, lay around, and do the bare minimum, and let all the burden be on the man. Oh, he's a man. Oh, you supposed to be doing this. Oh, if you don't provide, I'm telling you, I saw this with a very close relative coming up. The guy was getting laid off of work. She wasn't doing nothing to help him, because she rather talk on the phone and be around the house doing nothing. And the situation had changed. And I'm gonna show you something. What happened between them, it often happens like that. You think you're going to linger around a woman that don't respect you? Think again. And y'all, I'm telling you, this wisdom come from the last, how old am I? The last 37 years. See, I didn't really understand things till when I was 10, I was saying things that I now understand. All the way up to this point, and even people now, I was saying things that I now understand in terms of relationship. You have to adapt to do what's best, which brings me to my next thing. Laziness. Like, why would you be in a relationship if you that lazy? Like, you really is going to be dead weight because you're too lazy. You don't want to do anything. There's always something when it come time for you to step up in any way. An argument, there's that, I'm telling you, I saw this with a close relative. Like all these behaviors, and ultimately, she climaxed her disrespect when they got older. And that's what happens. They'll climax their disrespect. They'll spend their whole life, oh, I would never do that. Oh, I would never do that. I would never do this. Oh boy, don't you be with that disrespectful wife when her mother dies, when her parents die. Because sometimes she'll be staying at bay because of them. I mean, I've seen this, man. I'm telling you. Then, all of a sudden, the parents die, and you seeing a whole different person. Selfish, not a team player, lazy. I mean, and these traits, man, like I know these traits mainly because I saw it in this particular person. So I know right away when I'm seeing it in anybody. You can't linger around in a relationship full of disrespect, full of selfishness. And some of y'all dealing with this with y'all women. You think that somehow it's gonna get better. It's not. It's not. And I'm telling you, if she disrespecting you now, when her parents die, it's not gonna get better. It's just not. She really gonna go and get down on something when that which she doesn't want to look down on her is gone. So, another thing, all that arguing. Let me show you something. You're supposed to pick your battles. You're supposed to pick your battles. Because see, here's what happens. Your husband needs his energy, or your boyfriend needs his energy to work, to build. If he's always fighting with you, it's going to start to affect his body if he's not careful. It's going to affect his body. He's not going to have the same level of energy. He already going to be dealing with energy loss as he gets older. Don't you be the cause of it with all that fighting. You can't see. It's not him. You can't see that it's you. Because who could he fight with if you wasn't fighting? Y'all think that a person is going to have energy to work all those hours after fighting with you? Another thing, when they see themselves as smarter than you, they sabotage. I'm telling you, they're going to find a way to sabotage the relationship. If they think they're smarter than you, you will see it. It's gonna be little by little. It's like she gonna be acting like she got some balls. Over time, she'll start acting like she got the balls. Like everything you don't do that she wants you to do, she'll ride you. But then when you get on her, it's gonna become a fight. Because what it really is she thinks she's smarter than you. I've seen this too many times. She thinks she's smarter than you, and when a person thinks they're smarter than you, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna be able to tell them nothing. And why should you be in a relationship with a female, an emotional creature, that you can't tell her nothing? I'm telling you this. You have to know. I mean, it's not her thinking she's smarter than you. You can't always detect it at first, because sometimes this happens over time. And she thinks she's smarter than you. I know a situation where 2 women are living together. And it's not working because one of them, all these things I'm naming, it's that too with them, with these two. She thinks she's smarter than her. She's not helping her. I mean, this stuff goes into all different areas, man. So when they think they're smarter than you, they're going to sabotage the relationship. Next, if they think you need them. Like if they think you're not attractive enough, or they think, whatever they think about you, they think that they're the best that you can get, they're going to sabotage the relationship. They're going to sabotage the relationship. Never think that you're the best that he can get. That's when you're going to get your feelings hurt, and that's when women become evil. After they break up, they be trying to make sure he ain't got no money. And guys, don't let these courts or nobody punk you where you ain't got no money. I'm telling you, don't do it. Especially for one of these type we talking about in this video. Man, why would you give her all your money? She'll go with the next dude and be doing everything. Working out, working, not arguing, being a team player. So why would you give her all your money? Next, they always, almost always, find ways to steal your time. Like it's, yeah, I know you're in a relationship with them, but you as a man, you still gotta work and handle other business. You need to work out, you need to work, you need to figure out your game plan. They'll find a way to steal your time. And that's gonna sabotage your relationship because it's gonna take time away from other stuff. And things is gonna start to lack. Another way, by routine sex or no sex. They sabotaging the relationship because what guy is going to put up with that? Not many. Not many. So when they start to do this, what's going to happen with most guys is he going to start to become curious. He going to start to wonder what it would be like to smash this female, or what it would be like to get with this person. His mind gonna start to wonder, and then you, of course, she's not gonna take it off of you. She'll expect you to take it off of her when she start getting close with people and stuff, but she's not gonna take it off of you though. So your relationship is basically gonna be sabotaged when this thing happens. When affairs happen, when you catch her flirting, all this type of stuff. And then she's all right, hurry up. But with somebody else, she'll try to flex muscles that she ain't never flexed with you. That's just the way it goes, man. I mean, it just comes with the territory. That's why I believe the Most High never forced guys to be monogamous. Because he knew. He's all-knowing. And this is going to be part 1. Because there's so much stuff. Ladies, let me show you something and close. I'm going to show you a couple things that you could do. And do it when you first, from the beginning to your relationship, to the end of your relationship. Most guys is not going to look down upon you if you do these things. You can't have a lapse and then try to go back to it though. Maybe with some guys. But this is something you need to be doing from the beginning. 1, show that man respect. Don't never talk over him. Don't never talk over him. Especially when your relatives, your coworkers, anybody around. Do not talk over him. Because they're going to see through that right away. And they might not say nothing. But the guys at your job, when they see you doing that, they're going to start to get a little loose with you. So don't never talk over. Next, if you don't have a sex drive that's going to last, don't get no relationship. Don't get no relationship. Because if your sex drive die over a disagreement, you never had one to begin with. If you want him to be with just you, you need to have a sex drive of at least 3 women. Ambitious, you want to do it. You know what I mean? All right, hurry up. You gonna make his wing ding stop working. And y'all try to blame these guys, but sometimes it be y'all. Too many lapses between time. You putting the bare minimum of effort in. Stuff like that. You really the one that's causing this stuff. You telling a 50-year-old man, all right, hurry up. And you've been doing it for 15 years. But then if he can't get it up, you want to talk about him, though. You doing the same thing. You haven't developed your skills to the point where you know what's going to get him. Because you don't care. But the next woman to care, she'll know what to do from the first time. You say, I don't care. Are you a kid or an adult? You've been with this guy, but you talking about you don't care. If you didn't care, you shouldn't have never got with him then. I don't care. See, every woman think they're going to just go to the front of the line and every guy just going to pick them. It don't matter how low or high your body count is. Guys is going to pick who they pick. They might not last as long with a higher body count woman. Because she going to do something to get on their freaking nerve and they ain't going to want to deal with her 9 times out of 10. But if y'all listen to me and y'all body count high, you'll be all right. Next, don't be lying to him. You don't want him to lie to you, don't lie to him. Help him. How can you help him? Do it. Don't talk over him. Help him. Have a sex drive with 3 women. Make sure he's eating good. Make sure you know, when he's out and about, you checking in with him, checking on him, making sure he all right. You know, stuff like that. Make sure that if you start to have like negative thoughts, that you know how to communicate those thoughts without it turning into, you got to learn how to communicate. Relationships are for communicators. They're not for people who can't communicate, who you have to tell them how great they are, but you can't never tell them when they made a mistake. Relationships are for communicators. So you got to be better. You have to be a good communicator. Man, my phone screen is dirty, making it look like something on my lips. Loyal. You women have to be monogamous. There's nowhere in the scripture that says you ain't supposed to be monogamous. In fact, the divorce decrees in the Bible are different for men and women. Take it up with him. So you need to be loyal to him. You can't be walking around liking this dude. You practically call yourself liking one of his friends. You ignorant as hell. I don't see why anybody with you. You got to get better with that. So more things. You got to get your energy level up. You got to get your energy level up. You got to go to the gym. You got to eat good foods that cause energy in the body. You got to get rid of your laziness. And then once this is how you do it. Now that's something, if you get rid of your laziness and he's still lazy, now hop on him. Now you got something. See, what y'all women, who's that? Oh, what you doing? When the last time you had sex with him? When the last time you did it because you wanted to do it? 6 years ago? But you asking him what he doing. He's stupid if he ain't doing nothing. You begging to get cheated on. Well, it's not even cheating. Not from a biblical standpoint, it ain't. Y'all be in this Church of God in Christ and all these churches who didn't even understand these things. Y'all think everything is cheating. It's not. For a woman, it is. A guy can have as many wives as he wants. And I'll tell you, guy, don't be sleeping with no woman that you're not going to view as a wife. You got to have more self-control than that. That's what separates us from dogs. But anyway, y'all attention span too short for how long this video is getting. We're going to have to pick back up on this subject. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix. Man, gray hair. Gray hairs, man. On camera, it look like you got something white on your face. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. No Matrix. No thinking your girl is the only one and she is out of pocket. She been out of pocket for years. No Simping, All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching.